Hello, my name's Leo. I'm not a dating coach. I'm a dating systems coach. What does that mean? Well, technically, I'm a management consultant. We help companies become more profitable. And what is a company? Is a company brick and mortar, or is it people and relationships and building trusted relationships? So that's what I bring to the table. In the 40 years that we've been redesigning companies and building relationships and building aggressive marketing systems and everything that surrounds people and company culture and all the other things, it's really about building trusted relationships. So how can you use an unfair advantage in your dating profile or finding the love of your life? Because I find myself in that position. After 6 wonderful years of the love of my life, it took me 2 years to find her, hundreds of thousands of emails, an extensive list of what I was looking for. And I'll be honest with you, I did not deserve her. I didn't deserve anything about her. I was a frog or a two, and she was a 10. She's an ex-model, business executive, um, you know, a well a well-funded company or family, I should say. So clearly, I did not belong in her circle, but I wore her down. And here's the example. Have you ever seen a Ferrari? And inside the Ferrari is a beautiful model, and the driver is a fat, bald guy that's 30 years her senior. Well, even though most women will say, I will never settle, guess what? Women settle. The reason why women settle is because they don't have a strategy. They don't have a system. They have no idea how to find their Tom Cruise or Robert Redford or whoever your dream date is. They have no idea. They they have a feeling that there's a Grand Canyon divide between male and female expectations, but they depend on their looks. Your looks are not going to get you the love of your life. I'm sorry to say, unless you're a movie star and you have PR people and people who can make connections for you. Otherwise, you're going to be surrounded by frogs, and you've seen this. You put a profile, you're a beautiful person inside and out, and you get surrounded by frogs because everybody wants to shoot up, right? You're an 8 or a 10, and you get twos and frogs sending you messages. Well, why is that happening? You should not be responding to people that contact you because they're clearly frogs. So if you want to meet the Brad Pitts of the world or the love of your life, you have to do as I did. I sent out hundreds of thousands of emails after we sat down for a number of weeks to figure out what that criteria was. And I'll give you an example. As I mentioned, I wanted the next model. I wanted somebody tall, great figure, great shape, blonde hair, blue eyes, and so on. So that was my criteria back then. It's a different criteria today. But I met her and we were together for 6 years. And the reason why we're not together anymore is because of COVID mandates. She did not feel secure in this country. And no, there's another video that explains why I couldn't go with her. And I was invited many times. The point is, we can create a strategy for you where you have an unfair advantage. Where you can start dating women that don't belong in your league. They belong way up there. And the same thing, whether you're a man looking for a woman or a woman looking for a man, it's about creating an unfair advantage and building a trusted relationship before they truly understand what's happening. And not in any deceitful way. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about being their friend, helping them, being the trusted advisor, being there to comfort her, being there to help her, being there to advise him or whoever you're looking for, but being there. The reason why we're successful in businesses, in certainly marketing, building trusted relationship, is because we help people. So the strategy works for business. It certainly works for your romantic relationships. So if you would like to know more, we have very reasonable fees, um, and we can certainly work with you once we know what your criteria is. If it's reasonable, we will work with you, but it has to be reasonable. So schedule a meeting. Let's discuss this, and let's see how we can give you the unfair advantage that I'm giving myself. Talk soon. Take care.